That this is absolutely a cover-up and a smokescreen to prevent Pam Bondi from having to testify under oath pursuant to a congressional subpoena. Now, let me explain a few things about what we have seen in the room. First and foremost, if Pam Bondi was complying with a congressional deposition to testify under oath, Department of Justice attorneys would not be intervening and essentially trying to stop her from answering basic questions about her conversations with Donald Trump, with the administration, and trying to claim that she does not have to answer questions. In fact, as the ranking member said, she has been asked multiple times about the Trump administration, about her conversations with the president, about her conversations with other administration officials. And when asked specifically about a conversation with Donald Trump, one of the Department of Justice attorneys intervened and said that she did not have to answer the question because it was a voluntary interview, and said, in fact, quote, "We don't even have to assert privilege because of that," and said, quote, "We refuse to provide answers."
I was 21 years old in 1994 and a senior in college when I met Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I've spent more than 30 years living with the consequences of what happened to me. More than 30 years carrying memories, trauma, questions, and the lifelong impact of being victimized as a young woman. I've spent those 30 years doing what so many survivors do, trying to heal, trying to rebuild, and trying to move forward. But healing does not eliminate the need for accountability, and that's why today matters. This is a map of potential co-conspirators. As you can see, many of the people on this graph have been blacked out. We want to know why. I'm also holding in my hand an email dated July 24th, 2025. This is from Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche's Department of Justice, and it is an email that has a list of potential co-conspirators. We don't know what happened. We don't know if any of these co-conspirators were investigated. That's why we need answers.
But Todd Blanche, Pam Bondi, Donald Trump, we are not going away. We are going to be here until we have answers.
We all hope that today Pam Bondi will be as clear as possible and hopefully bring accountability to the table. And, we just hope that she is here to, make some sense out of everything, because the last time we were here, there was a lot of lashing, there was a lot of dehumanizing the survivors. So we hope that she finds it in her heart to speak the truth today.
I really hope that we are not using Pam Bondi as a scapegoat, because I fear that everything is going to fall on her shoulders when Todd Blanche had quite a lot to do with this. He is not the choice I think any of us would have picked to be AG after he moved Ghislaine Maxwell to a lower security penitentiary. She's basically at a country club, and there's never been an answer for that. So a lot of the time I feel that Todd Blanche is actually more dangerous in a lot of ways than Bondi. So I hope that they both work together and answer some serious questions. They're saying that Congress can go in and see the unredacted files. That's not really true, because they're redacting them within the FBI. So I actually feel like Kash Patel has exactly the same amount of questions to answer as Pam Bondi.